Alright, basically I just want to make this really short video showing how to drop in without slide blocks, but like not like a rolling drop in or a stepping drop in, because when I first started I didn't have wide trucks, I didn't have slide blocks. It was basically like a stock, essentially this, not this brand, this is Sugar Boardwalk. It was basically this, right? Like narrow trucks, no block, heel, no nothing, right? And all the tutorials what I was seeing were either like with slide blocks or like a step in or a roll in, and I was just not at that level. So I had to figure out some way to drop in that wasn't advanced. I wanted to be able to stand still on one foot and like drop in, and I didn't see any way to do that, so I figured out a way. So I thought maybe I'd show you guys the way that I figured out in case it helps somebody else. Okay, so basically what you want to do, I switched to these. I tried to do this little bit on my other skates, but it's been so long since I've done narrow trucks and heels. It's easier to show you with these. It's the same concept, I promise. I do this all the time with the narrow trucks and everything, and I'll show you with the narrow truck skate what it looks like. But just for actual demonstration purposes, I gotta do these. So what you do is you take whatever your non-dominant foot is, because when you drop in, you know, you want to be leading with your dominant foot. So whatever your non-dominant foot is, so I'm right foot dominant or goofy, so I'm gonna go in with my left foot here. You want to angle the truck, put it on the coping like this. Okay, so I don't know if you can see very well. Basically you got one wheel hanging over the front right here, and the other wheel is right there, like wedged in that little bit, and then your back inside wheel of that foot is also going to be wedged between the coping and the deck. So you see when you push on it, when you put pressure on it like this, see, you can stand up on it just fine. And then you are gonna have to step with your other foot to drop in, so it is still gonna be a step motion, unfortunately, but it's a lot easier than like starting from here or like trying to like roll and drop in, you know. So so you just gotta get truck on the coping, wheel wedged, dominant foot's free, and then you just step. That's all it is. Okay, so as promised, here is the skate with the narrow trucks and no slide block. Again, this is my left skate because I'm right foot dominant, so your non-dominant foot is the one going on the coping, and this is a bit more awkward. The most important thing I think is getting this back inside wheel wedged right there on in between the deck and the coping, because that's what's going to stop you from rolling forward. Then here you can see we do still have, if I can get an angle, the truck like on the coping. It's really more like the wheels sitting on the coping though. It's a lot easier, like if you're doing it, to just get this inside wheel where it needs to be, and then sort of adjust like left to right where is most stable for you on the front truck. But you'll feel it kind of click in there. See, I put some pressure, like it's not moving all that easily. Obviously if I tilt it, it goes, but like pressure this way, it's just enough pressure to keep that skate still while you step with the other one, step, and then bring this with you. Okay, now with that being said, slide blocks do make it a lot easier. It's just a really solid, you're on there with like your foot at a normal angle, and you just like pivot down, like it just like pivots you down, you know what I mean? It's a pivot point. So it does make it a lot easier. It made me a lot more comfortable on steeper transitions, like transitions either that are taller or especially ones with like a bit of vert at the top. But all I'm saying is it's definitely possible to learn to drop in without wide trucks or slide blocks, and it does not involve rolling in or like stepping over the coping completely. Like you do still have the option of having your foot stationary as you pick up your dominant foot, just like you would with a slide block.